Hey everyone, it's Carla. How are you guys doing this evening? I hope everyone's having a blessed evening. Um, I have been reading a lot about purpose in the last few days. I'm almost done with my book. Um, Trent Shelton is just an awesome writer, and he just really hit everything, like every nail on the head. Like he was so on point with every message that he was delivering, and he said some things that really stood out to me because I know what it was to not live in your purpose, and it was like he was giving me some serious signs that I am actually living in my purpose now. And a lot of us think that our purpose is going to give us like these fancy homes and all these great things, and it can definitely do that, but for the most part your purpose is the one thing that you have, the one gift that you have that you give to others, and you can help people and you feel good doing it, and you don't need to be compensated for it because you just feel good doing it. It makes you fulfilled when you're doing it. You feel fulfilled from it. um, I have just noticed that, even these videos that I do, people stopping me and like, oh, I saw your video, and I got this from it, and I'm like, wow. So all this time that was my purpose. And sometimes we have to go through a lot of different things in our lives, a lot of painful situations in our lives in order for us to get to that place. And you hear that all the time, but until you go through it yourself, you don't get it. And I love walking in my purpose. I love, sending great positive messages to people, and just getting their feedback on, the things that I've said, and if it resonates with you, and you feel in your, heart like, yeah, she did it. She said it. That was the right one, the right word to say, and it did something for your spirit on that day. That's exactly what I want to do. I know a lot of us women are walking around, and I say this a lot because it's the truth. A lot of us women are walking around here hurt and angry, and just going through so many things, and we can never really open our hearts to people because we feel like we have to be strong, because some of the time it's because there's no man in the home, to be that strong person, and so you feel like you have to take on both roles and all the, so there's so many different situations that put you in that position to be the strong person all the time. But I'm here to tell you that we are women. So that makes us a feminine body. And we're not built to be strong all the time. We are built to be nurturing, loving, kind hearted, soft, and that's what God designed us for, to help. And so I want us to be that that sweet, loving woman that we're supposed to be. Not that harsh, angry woman that's bitter and wondering, why me, woe is me, and all these, things that we think about all the time. We have to find that peace and joy in our lives. Sorry if I keep looking away. It's like people are just walking around. We have to find that peace and joy in our lives, and that completeness and the complete feeling in your life that really makes you just, you fall in love with yourself, you fall in love with God, and then you start to just show that to the world. That love just comes through you. You know, I don't want us walking around with our faces frowned up and angry and feeling like the world is on our shoulders and we can't find, any type of peace in our situations. I'm here to tell you that happiness is something that is real, and joy is something that is real, and you can feel that. But everything in life is a choice, and so if you're making a choice to be unhappy and be miserable, then those are the things that you're going to continue to attract. But if you put yourself in a place where you're peaceful and you're happy and you're joyous all the time and you're loving yourself the way you're supposed to, then that is what you'll be surrounded by. First of all, I'm hot, so I got to put my AC on because I realized I turned it off. But I think that a lot of us just need to really focus in on ourselves. Like I always say that, self care is very important. It is a very important thing. And when we start to practice all those things on a regular basis, you start to feel the difference in yourself. You start to feel that love because you're giving yourself that one thing that, most of the time we don't give ourselves. So, we walk through life and we're just so sad. I'm here to tell you to heal all the things in you that, you know, have beaten you down. Heal them. And only you can do that work. Only you can take that time out to really focus in on what it is that's hurting you and focus in on the healing. Because once you've identified the problem, then you can solve it. And I had to identify my problems, and I had to do the work to solve them. And my avenue may not be your avenue, but I know that my avenue was God, and He has shown me, that just in the way I am now, just the way that I love myself, just the way that I don't feel any attachments to people and things like that. I just love everyone for who they are, and I'm peaceful. I've noticed a lot of the energy that I transfer to people has like been so positive, and so they smile a lot, and they're like, wow, how do you go from what you went through to being this person that you are now? And I'm like, man, I had to do a lot of soul searching. I had to do a lot of like real deep down soul searching, cry sometimes, hurt sometimes, feel defeated. I had a lot of processes that I had to go through in order for me to get to this place where I could say I'm stronger now. I feel good about myself. I exercise. You know, I speak positive things to myself. And I always say, affirmations are definitely something. If you need to start there, just affirming that you're, having a great day and that you're a beautiful person, and that, just the small things. Just affirming and making that your core habit every day. Every day, get up and say something beautiful and happy to yourself, because your spirit needs it, your soul needs it, in order for you to restore. You're restoring something that's in you already, and don't look at all the circumstances that you've gone through as bad things, because those are the things that lead you to the person you're supposed to be. And so, until you are ready to embrace all those things that you feel were like the negative things in your life, then you won't be able to embrace the love and give that to yourself. You have to embrace all the good and the bad in order for you to really like feed your spirit and your soul the things that it needs. It took me a long time to get to this place, and that's why I always try to push the people that, take your time. You're not in a race with anyone else. And if someone's judging you based on where you're at, then they're not really someone that should be in your life. You should just remove them, because no judgment zones. I don't deal with people that judge people, because we're all walking around here with all types of situations and issues on our backs that, and some of us are really good at hiding it, and I was one of those people. We're really good at hiding it. When you're getting to starting to hide things, then there's some serious stuff you need to be working on. But when you can be open and honest about the person that you are, the things that you've been through, and not feel uncomfortable, and just feel like, what, this was part of my past, and this is what led me to being who I am now, or it led me to this. It my path led me to this, to the point where I'm talking to people, and telling them, and I'm not looking for 50,000 people to look at it. I don't care if I hit one person, I'm good. But I want somebody to know that, what, loving yourself is the first step to healing yourself. Because God will do the rest. As long as you ask Him to help you through this, He'll help you. And you'll be smiling, and you'll be happy. And things will come your way. Circumstances will happen, and guess what? You'll be fine. It's all about finding that strength within you, the strength that's within you. And all your circumstances and situations have built you into the person that you are right now. It's up to you to go in there and dig really deep, and start to identify the things that are your strengths, and what it is that God wants you to be out there doing. And God spoke to me clearly, and He said, this is what you need to be doing. I want you to go out here and talk to young women that are probably dealing with a father that's not in their lives, a mother that's not in their lives, and dealing with that hurt, or have not had, or lost a child, and they're feeling that pain right now. All those things are reasons why I do this, because I know that there are people that are hiding in their sorrow, and they just continue to stay in that sorrow. And I don't want you there. I want you to feel that happiness in your soul every day. I want you to know that no matter what, God has got your back. Because I'm a living witness to it, and I can testify that once He's got your back, you don't need anybody else. You don't need anybody else because He will supply everything that you need. So just take the time out to really love yourself, focus on yourself, and nurture your spirit. That's what I think the message is today. Nurture your own spirit, because you can be, you can walk around the world, walk around every day, and pretend like you're okay, but it shows. It shows in your children, it shows in your marriages, it shows in your relationships with other people at work. It shows. And so when you think you're hiding something, it actually is presenting itself even bigger for everyone to see. So work on you, and don't feel bad about being selfish when you're going to work on yourself. When you're working on yourself, that is a selfish act, and you need to take that time and just devote all of that to yourself. All right? So I'm going to tell you, trust the process. You guys are awesome. I enjoy doing these videos, and I just look forward to continuing to do this, and hopefully I can touch some people's lives that are just walking through some things that they really need someone that's real, that's going through it, that has gone through it, that can just get them to the next level, in their lives, and just give them that hand up, and that's what I'm here to do. And I thank God for that gift every day. And God bless you, and everyone have a great evening, because I'm going to exercise right now, because that's another part of my process. And just love yourself, all right? And God bless. Trust the process. Have a great evening.